In this video, we will see how a woman is charged for her husband's death while her son is still missing. After this incident, her life changes drastically and she suffers till the end to find out the truth behind this incident. Hello guys, welcome to our channel Movie Stop, and today we will explore the 2017 Korean horror thriller film The House of the Disappeared. This movie has a total of 3 timelines. First timeline, before Ji-won's death. Second timeline, after Ji-won's death. And third timeline, 2017, the present one. The movie starts in the first timeline, which is in the year 1992, where our main character, Mi-hui, a mother of 2, wakes up after being unconscious in an incident which we didn't get a chance to see. As she comes to her senses, she runs towards the basement after hearing her son, Hyo-chae, and as she reaches there, she finds out that her husband is severely injured by getting stabbed, which shook her, and suddenly she sees her elder son, Hyo-chae, who is standing at the edge of the door, which leads to a complete dark. But as she tries to get towards him, he gets pulled back into that dark, empty background where he vanishes right in front of her eyes. Seeing this, she tries to go inside the door, but now it's nothing but a dead end. Next day, the police charged her with her husband's death and gets 25 years of jail time. After serving her sentence, she is now free to live her life as she comes back to that same house where she lost everything back in time, and with this, we have entered in third timeline, which is 2017. As soon as she enters her house, she starts feeling the haunted presence and she begins to find out the truth about her missing son. Suddenly, a father named Cho enters in our story, who then asks her about that traffic day, which makes her upset, and she asks him to leave. Now we come in the first timeline, where Hyo-chae is playing video games without paying for it with his younger brother, Ji-won, and 2 of his best friends, Yeon-hui and Chun-hoya. And as the lady shopkeeper wakes up, she makes them run away. While returning home, we see that Hyo-chae gives a pearls gift to Chun-hui as he likes her. And at that night, after spending the whole day, when they return home, they see that same old lady shopkeeper who was already there to complain their actions to their mom. But while being there, she soon realizes the haunted presence and decides to leave immediately. Now the real story begins, as there are strong knocks on her door, which makes her anxious, and as soon as she opens the door, she gets attacked by a stranger and then leaves the place. And suddenly, she hears Ji-won scream as he sees a strange figure outside his door, but she mistaken it with her elder son and run towards his room, which she finds out locked from inside, and runs for the backup keys. And once she opens it, she realizes her mistake and runs toward Ji-won's room and finds him completely shocked, like he had seen a ghost. Next day, police investigates and finds out that there is no any other fingerprint apart from Mi-hui's, and tells her husband that she might have made up the story, as her husband is also a police officer. After investigation, Hyo-chae gives a letter to his mom which states that, "Leave this house as Ji-won is soon going to die." Next day, as she was passing by the shop, the old lady shopkeeper stops her and tells her experience and gives contact number of a feng shui master. And so, he comes and starts his investigation, and soon he gets towards the basement, where he experiences a fatal paranormal activity which makes him run away. But before that, he advises Mi-hui to contact a shaman. She then brings a shaman to her house, where she was asked to close her eyes for a time and to not open them unless she was told to. But after hearing constant voices and her curiosity, she finally opens her eyes in the middle of the ritual, where she sees all the spirits that haunt her house time to time. After this, she kicks them out of her house. At the same night, upon the return of her elder son, Hyo-chae, she freaks out and asks him about his younger brother, on which he replies that he was about to come home on his own. After the wide search operation, we learned that Ji-won had died due to an accident, which makes his father very angry on Mi-hui and also Hyo-chae, as Ji-won was his only biological son, while Hyo-chae was from her ex-husband, and he started to think that this was nothing but a plot by both of mother and son to get rid of Ji-won. Now we again enter in third timeline, 2017, where father starts his own investigation, where he finds out about the similar case from 11th November 1967, where a mother and her 2 daughters have strangely disappeared. Father goes to meet the reporter, who told him about his investigation. He said that house had built by a Japanese general Watabe Kunio in 1942 specifically on that location with the help of natural science and occultism, who soon disappeared with his family during a Korean revolt. The reporter also said there have been similar cases in 1967 and 1992 in which Hyo Chae had disappeared. After studying the timelines, Father notices a pattern of 25 years, which is 1942, 1967, and 1992, and quickly calls Mi Hui and tells her his findings. He also advised her to leave the house immediately, as today's date is 11th November 2017, on which the next 25 years is getting completed. She decides to stay there to find out the truth about her son, and at night she goes in the basement, but this time there was a dark empty passage instead of a dead end, and she enters it. After staying there for a while, she returns back home and gets shocked after seeing the house has suddenly changed like it used to be back in time. She goes to her room to check it out, but finds it locked from inside, so she opens it with her spare keys, but soon she realizes that there is somebody in her room. So she grabs the stranger, and in the process, she finds out that that stranger is no other than her younger version. She gets shocked and realizes that the person she encountered back in time was herself, and now she is in her own past. She quickly runs to see her disappeared elder son. She gets extremely happy after seeing her son after so many years. As the timelines got mixed up, we see that Hyo Chae from second timeline has come to see his younger brother Ji-won as in his time he was already dead. And this is the moment when Ji-won sees him and screams, thinking of an unknown person outside his room. This was the moment when younger Mi Hui runs toward Hyo Chae mistakenly, while her older version is still inside the room. She quickly writes down a note for him which said, "Leave this house as Ji-won is about to die," and then leaves for the basement. While returning back to the basement, she sees all those ghosts whom she saw back in time, and particularly sees that old person who follows her and reveals his true identity, as he is no other than her elder son, Hyo Chae himself. And to convince her, he gives her the same locket that his mom gave him back in time. He tells his mother that he came from fourth timeline, which is from the future, to stop her mom from saving his younger version from getting killed by his dad, who is so drunken at that time and decides to kill him in anger. He tells his mom that in every 25 years, we can switch timelines through this door. He tells her that in 1992, his dad is about to kill him in the basement, and this is the same time where his mom kills her husband and takes him to the future, which results in arrest of her younger version in 1992, and thus destroying her life completely. Even after listening to this, she decides to do it anyway, and goes there to kill her husband and leaves Ji-won. While she is returning back, she realizes about his disease which is not possible to cure in 1992, so she goes back in the basement and pulls him in the present timeline, 2017, where his treatment is now possible and her younger version got jail time. She leaves her son to the father for his treatment, and she stays in her house happily till her date, knowing her son will be okay. At the end, we find out that Father Cho is the childhood friend of Jun Hoya, and this is the reason why he was so interested in this case. Finally, Father brings him to a lady who has the same pearls in her locket which he gifted to his best friend and love, Yeon Hui, and that's a happy ending. See you guys.